All right, folks, today's February 20th, 2019. It's a Wednesday evening, and I hadn't updated in a while. I hadn't actually touched anything on this car in a couple weeks. Kind of got sidetracked with some other things, some other projects going on, but I was able to this Sunday get this 350 all sealed up. We set the intake on, got the valve covers. I took the water pump back off, hit it with some black rattle can just to prevent it from rusting or whatever, just humidity. So I just want to do a little quick update. This crate motor has really been something else, man. I mean, it's good, but word of advice is when you buy a crate motor like this, if you haven't ever done it, which I never have, this is my first time, it doesn't come with anything. I mean, whatever you see in the picture is exactly what you get. So just wanted to go over some things. For example, I got a brand new starter. Didn't come with any bolts, so I had to get bolts for that. I got the ceramic ram horns. Didn't come with any bolts. I had to get bolts for that. Fuel pump didn't come with any bolts. We're using the motor mounts. Water pump, no bolts, no plug. What else? Alternator bracket. That came with bolts, actually. That came with bolts, so that was good. Valve covers didn't come with any bolts. Carburetor, bolts are separate. Intake, no bolts. Water neck, no bolts. The distributor I got from Jegs, along with a bunch of other stuff. The first one they sent me was cracked right out the box. So I called them and I said, hey, this thing is cracked right out the box. They said, no problem, we'll send you another one. They sent me another one. It was red. So I called them. I said, hey, I appreciate you guys sending me a new one, but it's red. And nothing on this car is red. So what do we do now? They said, no problem. We'll send you another one. They sent me another black one. So we're good on that. But I do have a red cap and rotor that's going to sit on the shelf until I don't know when. So like I say, intake manifold didn't come with any bolts. The spark plugs I ordered from Rock Auto, they sent me the wrong ones. What else? I think the last thing, of course the belts, had to figure out the belts, which it's going to be okay. That's very tight. That's super tight. But you have to fill up the power steering pump loose and then tighten it once it's full. So that's going to be a little something to work with. So buying a crate motor doesn't come with anything. It doesn't come with any type of bolts, fasteners, or anything. So that was kind of a hunt for all that. But the main thing is this fuel pump. So I ordered this fuel pump off of Rock Auto. Basic of the basic small block mechanical fuel pump. I mean, they made these things for like 40 years. And they come with these fittings. These are 1/8 pipe thread, okay? So I ordered 1/8. I actually ordered 1/4 inch. I thought these were 1/4 inch at first. So I ordered 1/4 inch off of this website that I go to, and I wanted 1/4 inch with an elbow so I can run my hard line for the fuel line. And they got here after they were back ordered. They showed up, and they don't fit because this is 1/8 inch. So today I went to AutoZone, went to Advanced, went to O'Reilly. None of those places had in stock a mechanical fuel pump for a small block Chevy. I don't know why, but I guess them days are over. So that really sucks. So then I went to this mom and pop shop and I bought, they had one. They had one in stock. It's just an AC Delco basic fuel pump. Has different fittings on it though. So this is going to go to the line on the frame hose with a clamp. But the main thing was this fitting. So this fitting is 3/8, I believe, 3/8 brake line that I bent using my rigid. I have a rigid 3/8 and a rigid 1/2 inch tubing bender. So I whipped this up and made a little custom bend there. I'm pretty good at bending the hard lines. I've done a lot of hydraulic setups with the hard lines. So that was pretty easy. And then this thing that I got from Jegs goes with this carburetor, and so it uses number 6. I call it JIC. They call it AN fitting. All it is 37-degree flare. And then you got your tube nut. And that's your fuel line. So all good, everything fits good, that's ready to go. The problem is, I can't believe it, but when I was bending this super thin steel brake line, my $400 flare tool fell apart. And it's an Imperial 400F flare tool that I've had for probably 15 years, maybe 10. And it broke, flaring this when I've used that thing to flare half-inch stainless steel tubing that's like 0.045 thickness, I believe, or something like that, 0.049. Super thick, super hard to flare. Not any flare tool can flare that stuff, but this super soft, whatever it is, steel, I guess, broke my flare tool. I can't believe that. So, man, it's just been one thing after another with this crate motor, but I think we're finally getting there. Hopefully Saturday or Sunday at the latest, I'm going to set this thing on the frame, and we're going to rock and roll after that. But just wanted to give a little quick update. These crate motors, they're all good. They don't come with any fasteners or any hardware or any gaskets or anything like that. So if you're buying stuff for it, make sure it comes with the hardware, else you're going to be finding yourself back and forth at the hardware store getting stuff. So not sure if I'm going to add the AC compressor yet. That's going to go here. Might hold out on that. But I got the fan on, water pump. Oh, also I had to get a crank shim pulley. I mean, not a crank shim, a crankshaft, crank pulley spacer to line up the pulleys on this thing, because for some reason the crank was set in and the water pump was out. So you can see the spacer in there. Got it from a good friend of mine. He has this shop. I'll give him a little shout out here. Got his t-shirt hanging on the wall. American Customs and Plastics in Hollister, California. He's a real good guy. He actually sent me that for free. Couldn't be more happy. That's about the only thing that's gone smooth on this crate motor. So check out, I think he has Instagram. I don't know if he has a website, but he's really doing some big things over there on the West Coast. And just want to give him a quick shout out and thank you for sending me that spacer there. But everything's ready to go, so stay tuned. This weekend we're going to drop this thing in. It's not going to be fired up or anything, but at least we're going to be making progress, and then I can start putting stuff back on, do the steering, wiring. Still have a lot of work, but once this thing sets on the frame, it's going to be go time. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.